Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. You are tuned into Mic Drop. I am your humble host, Big Mike, coming to you from my home. Welcome. I know I'm not looking as lovely as I normally look. I got the afro, got the big old beard. I am looking forward to the day when things finally open up so I can actually go to the barber and cut this lovely hair. I hope to do it soon, but in the meantime, you are stuck seeing me looking like a bootleg Shaft right now. So you just have to accept it. Uh, anyway, welcome. I hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's staying safe. Hope everyone's doing well during the lockdown that's hopefully going to be lifting soon. So, I have been away for a little bit, kind of trying to get my head right. Been kind of dealing with some stuff, trying to juggle school and work's been a little bit of a challenge because I got midterms and everything coming up. But I felt I wanted to speak on this because I don't know, it was just on my mind. Some stuff came up in the news recently, some sports news, but I feel it can tie, and I want to tie it to kind of just life in general. Okay, so pretty much, I am wearing the jersey of Cameron Jarrell Newton, Cam Newton as he's called. He is a quarterback in the NFL, formerly of the Carolina Panthers, which is this team right here. For those of you who don't know and don't watch football or probably don't care, figured I'd just tell you. Was currently playing for the New England Patriots last year, and he, after playing for the Carolina Panthers for about 8 or 9 years, I believe, took him to a Super Bowl, won MVP of the league in 2015, probably one of the best quarterback seasons I had ever seen, ever. Okay, now I am personally a huge Cam Newton fan. Just a little background on him. He was one of the top recruits in college coming out of Georgia in 2008. Went to the University of Florida with Aaron Hernandez. If you don't know who Aaron Hernandez is, I suggest you watch the documentary on Netflix on the mind of Aaron Hernandez. Pretty good documentary. He ended up stealing a laptop, got kicked out of school, went to a junior college in Texas, won the national championship at the Junior College of Texas, and in his 1 year starting in college at the University of Auburn, he took the Auburn Tigers to the national championship where they defeated Oregon in 2010. Okay, so obviously me knowing all that information can kind of go to show you that I am a huge fan. I bought this jersey in 2014. It doesn't fit me properly how it did in 2014. Shows how much I've gained weight, but that's fine. So basically, in a nutshell, with Cam, he's had a little bit of a rough few years. Past 2 or 3 years, I would say he hasn't been himself. He's been injured. He's one of those type of players that will play through injury, and his shoulder's kind of been messed up, so he had a bad ankle, and he just had a lot of ailments. He's a big guy. He's about 6'3", about 250. No, 6'5", 6'6", 250. He's a big dude. So he's been taking a bit of a pounding. Took a bit of a pounding a lot in Carolina, and it's kind of manifesting now as he's getting older. Actually, also another random note about him, he is actually a vegan as well. So I figured I'd just throw that in there just in case anyone was interested. Maybe not, but I figured I'd just throw it in there. So pretty much, last year, going now fast forward to last year with New England, wasn't a good year for him overall. His first 2 games, he played great. He's looking, everyone's thinking, oh, Cam is back. He's looking like an MVP quarterback. Everything's good. He had contracted COVID. I believe it was either the 3rd or 4th week or 5th week of the NFL season. So he had to miss some time. From an interview he didn't really have the full-on symptoms, except for the fact that he had lost his taste. But being a new quarterback in a very complex offensive system, he was kind of behind. So when he came back to play quarterback, he wasn't himself, and he struggled very bad. His stats were probably the worst in the league last year. He was at the bottom half of basically most quarterback stats. He was bottom half in the league. So safe to say Cam didn't have the best year. To go from the highs, like I said, of 2015, we're winning the MVP, to now, being basically lauded as probably one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, is a very hard fall. One thing Cam has always done, and he's been doing this for many years, is he holds a football camp for kids in, I believe, Georgia. He is an Under Armour, the clothing, the sports line. He's an Under Armour athlete, so he hosts these 7-on-7 quarterback or football tournaments for kids in the area to try to pick their, like, for them to pick his brain about how to get in the NFL, how to become a better player, receiver, quarterback, running back, whatever the case may be. He's been doing that for years, okay, and it's always had a good turnout. Now, I'm not sure when this happened, but the video surfaced, I think, a few days ago, where at this camp that Cam Newton hosts, one of the youth there basically was heckling him, basically saying that he's a free agent, that he's trash, that he's ass, that he's going to be broke once he gets released, and all this. Now, I didn't end up watching the full video of what happened because I kept seeing it on my YouTube feed, so I figured I would just watch the video to kind of understand what was going on because I just kept hearing about it. So basically, in a nutshell, the kid's heckling Cam. Cam's basically saying, I'm rich, I got money, going back at the kid. And the kid keeps going at him. So finally, Cam and the kid kind of have a chance to kind of cool down and have a conversation, and they talk. And Cam is just asking the kid questions. At this point, the kid is kind of being shy, not saying anything. Okay? Now, the general consensus of the video and the people who watched the video and had their critiques and their opinions about the video basically said the kid was out of line, which he was. The kid was out of line for saying that. But I feel like that video, to me, underlines a bigger problem in society as a whole. And one thing in society that I really genuinely fucking hate. And that's kind of going to be the topic or the title of this vlog. It's this microwave society that we live in, where we have people, whether it be athletes, movie stars, celebrities of any ilk, are on the peak. They reach the mountaintop. We laud them, we praise them, we shower them with love, we tell them how great they are, we post on their Instagram, we do all this shit. And then the moment of any kind of adversity or any kind of struggle, we basically treat them like they're lepers. We call them trash, we say they're overrated, we say they're a piece of shit, all that. And honest to God, it fucking irritates me. Reason being is, if and when those people end up coming out of the ashes of whatever struggles they've gone through and are able to persevere and move forward, we in society love it. We love a redemption story. We love the comeback. We love seeing the person triumph and then fail and then triumph again. That's what we love. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Now listen, you can be on one side of the fence in terms of the, if you want to watch the video, I can put the link in the description for anyone who wanted to watch the video to see what I was talking about. But I just feel like you can learn more from adversity than you can from winning. And I think it's just a deeper problem that we have in society. Like like the great song by J-Rock, Win, goes, win, 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 fuck everything else, win, 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 win. And it's a great song. Don't get me wrong. It's a great song. Have it on my iPhone. It's a lovely song. But to me, that underlines the problem in society right now, is that we're so obsessed with just winning. We got to win at every cost. If we're not I know we have this Ricky Bobby syndrome. And if you don't know what Ricky Bobby is, watch Talladega Nights. You'll see what I'm saying. If you're not first, you're last. And to me, that's why, to me, society is kind of struggling now, because we don't know how to deal with adversity. Most people can't handle adversity in any form. And any form of adversity they do get, they wither and crumble. And to me, how can you survive if you've never dealt with anything? How can you learn and grow and adapt and be better when you're winning all the time at everything? Like, even for myself, 4 years ago, around this time, I was at a job that I did not like. that in some cases I fucking hated. And I was essentially fired from that job. And at the time, when I got fired, it was a little bit of a shock to the system because I'd never really been fired from a job before. And especially from a job that I worked in the field for, it was like, holy shit, I'm being fired. Every job I've been at, I've either left or the contract ended. So they don't want me. They don't like me. How? But then I look back on that time and I think to myself, if I didn't get fired from that fucking job, I would not be in school right now and in a better place mentally and moving forward in my life. That wouldn't have, if I didn't get fired, I would not be where I'm at now. I would probably still be at that fucking job that I don't even like. And I'd be doing it just to be in the rat race. You know, people don't understand that life is a process. You got to build and grow and adapt. Things aren't always going to come right away. People think I'm out of my mind now. And they think I'm like losing it because I'm in school right now and I have not figured out what I want to do in terms of a job once I finish. Like one girl said to me like last year in the summer, she's like, oh my God, like how are you going to go back to school and you don't know what you want to take? That doesn't make any sense. Why do I have to figure that out right away? Why can't I just go back to school? Like this is the reason why I don't know what I want to take. When I went back to school in 2012, I had been in a lot of shitty jobs prior. Oh no, 2011 I went back to school, sorry. I had been in a lot of shitty jobs prior. So when I found out about the Career and Work Counselor program, which I graduated from GBC, George Brown College, shameless plug. My goal was to be a career counselor because that's what I want to do. Now that I've done it in different roles at different organizations. It's not something I want to do. I want to do something different. What that different is, I don't know. But with me getting a university degree now, it gives me options. It gives me choice that I would not have or don't have right now because I'm very limited just to do my education. So why not go back to school and do that? You know? And I don't know. This microwave society drives me nuts. And how do you combat it? I don't know. I don't know how you combat it. I mean, I think there's some people out there that understand that life is a process and you got to build and grow and build your brand and build your life and get things, and you have to kind of take life in steps. But I think the masses of people don't view life in that lens. And if you're not first, you're last. Which I, like I said, vehemently agree with because to me, you cannot learn and grow without adversity. I've learned and grown a lot over the past, I would say 4 or 5 years about myself, I've won in some cases, I've lost in some cases. I've grown, I think I've gotten better as a person in terms of certain things. I've struggled a bit in some areas, but the one thing I would say about myself is I feel like I've gotten a little bit better overall every year. I've grown as a person every year, and I would like to think that, and I think I'm on the right path. I may not know where that path is or where it's going to definitely lead the end road, but I know that I'm on the right path. And the reason why I can say that is because just in these past few months of me being in school, it's forced me to think critically of certain things. That's why I can watch that Cam Newton video. And even I watched the Tiger Woods documentary last week. And, watching the venom and the shit that people said about Tiger Woods when, he cheated on his wife and all that stuff, which was wrong, absolutely. But all the venom that was spewed at Tiger Woods when he was at his lowest point, and then when he won the Masters in 2019, everyone was sucking his dick. And I would be remiss to say, I hope, my well wishes to Tiger Woods. I know he had a car accident yesterday, and I hope he's well, and I'm sure he's going to be fine. I mean, if he never plays another golf tournament again, he's already cemented his legacy, in my opinion, and I'll leave that at that. If people don't like him, that's fine. If you think he's a cheating bastard and he should go to rotten hell, I don't care. That's y'all's opinion. Mine is a little bit different. But I digress. But my point at the end of the day of this vlog is this. I want people to think to themselves and ask yourself a question. to the ones who, let's say, criticizing, let's say, Cam and saying that Cam is washed up, or saying that this celebrity's washed up, or this person's trash, or whatever the case may be. Or if this person, let's say, is struggling through some stuff, or has struggled through some stuff in the public eye, or in your life. Tell me a time, if someone could tell me a time and an example of when you have learned a valuable lesson from succeeding in everything you do and winning in everything you do, doesn't make sense. I would love to hear it. I would love for someone to comment in the comment section if they can name that. Because while win is important and it's good to win at things, it's also not the worst thing in the world to lose at things. Because when you take that L, you can always turn it into a W when you get the chance. You just got to work at it a little bit harder. And that, my friends, is a mic drop.